December the 31st of 2025, I bought this GPU, but not for nothing. It was to replace my NVIDIA Quadro K2200 because it's an old graphics card that doesn't suit me. Some people reacted to that switch, mentioning that for the price range it wasn't good or that just this card isn't a great card. Well, you'd be right if you didn't take into account my computer, a Dell Precision Tower 3620. It has got a 350 watts PSU and not a lot of space as it's a compact form computer. So I needed the most powerful GPU that didn't require a 6-pin or whatever pin connector and that could actually fit into my computer. I found it, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 6GB version from ASUS. I think it's OC edition or something like that. I bought it for 180 euros in Amazon. Let's compare my old GPU to my new one, and I'll show you how many FPS I get with my new one. Well, not so new. Let's talk about the specifications. The NVIDIA Quadro K2200 has got 4GB of GDDR5 memory compared to the RTX 3050, who's got 1.5 times more RAM, so 6GB of GDDR6 memory this time. The Quadro has got a 1046 MHz to 1124 MHz clock speed, but the RTX 3050 goes from 1042 MHz at base up to 1470 MHz. Next, the Quadro has got 640 shading units. The RTX has got 3.6 times more as it has 2304 shading units. The Quadro also has 40 texture mapping units, but the RTX has got 1.8 times more with 72 texture mapping units. The Quadro has got 16 ROPs, which stand for Render Output Units, or raster operation pipelines, which are physical components in the GPU that the data is being sent through them to give an output to the monitor. Anyways, the RTX has got twice as much, so 32 ROPs. The K2200 has got 1.8 billion transistors, and this is where it gets interesting, as the RTX has got 4.8 times as much, reckoned with 8.7 billion transistors. This sure does make a difference during gaming. And to have an idea of how more powerful this GPU is compared to my old Quadro, we can calculate the teraflops of each and divide the bigger one to the smaller one, and then have an idea of the percentage the RTX is better than the Quadro. A teraflop is calculated using the core count multiplied by the clock speed in gigahertz, multiplied then again by the operations per clock, and in the end we divide that by 1000. To calculate everything, I'll use the boot clock, not the overclocked clock, because overclocking varies depending on everything basically. Let's calculate it on the Quadro. So, that would be, 640 times 1.124 times 2 divided by 1000. That gives us approximately 1.44 teraflops. Okay, that's the answer. Let's do this with my RTX, the 3050 6GB version. So that would be 2304 times 1.470 times 2 divided by 1000. That gives us, I divided, damn it. That gives us approximately 6.77 teraflops. So we divide 6.77 with 1.44, it is equal to 4.7. That means that the RTX has got 4.7 times more teraflops than the Quadro. In percentage, that is 470% more. That sure is something to take into account. Just like the bottleneck too. Okay, let's do this. We will select my i7 7700K at a QHD resolution with my Quadro K2200. Let's proceed to calculation, and we got a whopping 65% bottleneck. Damn it. let's do the exact same thing in the same conditions, but with my RTX 3050 6 GB desktop version. And I think we got a close to 0% bottleneck. That is great actually. Now that we talked about the specs, the performance, bottleneck, let's see what I could buy instead if I had a PC that is, let's say, compatible with everything. 140 euros is the budget. That's what I paid for this. Alright, now that we are on Amazon, let's select the price range. That will be 180. I could only buy RXs, but you know, I think I originally wanted to buy the AMD RX 6400. That's what I originally planned on buying. Yeah, as you can see, it is more expensive than this little baby, which is even faster, in fact. So I saved money, I got a better graphics card, and I'm happy. So yeah, that is pretty good. So I think for the people who complained about the price range, well, you're wrong, cause I just got the perfect price range. Boom. Okay, now let's play. All right. So it looks like that on the Italy map, which is a heavy map with a modded car, I get about 68 FPS, which is really good. 40 FPS seems playable, and I think I'm using the normal graphics and nothing too crazy. I'm not on ultra, I'm just on normal with a little tweaks. So I think that's pretty good anyways. I'm not too... That's good. Alright. And don't forget that I was playing with a Quadro. This would have been 10 FPS at best. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share the video, like it, comment it, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!